Hello, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to present this strategic proposal. My name is Charmel Hines, and the focus today is on establishing a targeted middle school blended learning model for Alvin ISD, a plan that is designed to bridge the ninth grade readiness gap, protect primary learning environments, and elevate student performance. Let's begin by looking at the foundation. As instructional leaders, our role is to design learning environments where innovation thrives. Bringing about systemic change is challenging, but by focusing on intentional technology integration and change leadership, we can build a scalable framework that empowers both our educators and our students. Let's look at the data that serves as our catalyst. Nationally and locally, nearly 22% of ninth graders fail at least one core course. Ninth grade is a critical make or break year. If a student falls behind here, their likelihood of graduating drops significantly. This data demands early intervention before students ever step foot into high school. To understand our starting point, we must look at the baseline data. Alvin ISD possesses a strong existing one-to-one technology infrastructure, yet current observations show these devices are underutilized for active learning. This strategic plan addresses that exact gap, transforming existing hardware into tools for active student creation. Analyzing current instructional delivery through the TPACK framework reveals a distinct gap in pedagogical integration. Right now, content and technology are present, but devices are too often used as digital worksheets. This limits students to passive consumption rather than active creation. By strengthening pedagogical strategies, Alvin ISD can leverage these existing tools to close the engagement gap just as middle school students need to develop independent learning skills. To bridge that pedagogical gap and move students into active creation, the strategic change I am proposing is the intentional implementation of a blended learning model. Blended learning combines the best of face-to-face teacher instruction with digital elements that give students control over the time, place, path, and pace of their learning. This shift directly addresses the TPACK imbalance by providing the precise pedagogical framework teachers need to transform how technology is utilized in the classroom. A crucial component of this strategic plan is its scope. While the long-term vision encompasses a unified K-8 continuum, this initial rollout focuses strictly on middle school level as a strategic pilot phase. Middle school learners are at a unique developmental stage, naturally building independence and autonomy. By launching the model here, the district establishes a scalable proof of concept that can be measured, refined, and eventually expanded. By focusing the active pilot on grades 6 through 8, the K-5 environment is protected, allowing those early grades to focus entirely on core foundational competencies. The ultimate goal of this middle school pilot is to build the precise self-regulation and digital literacy skills that students need to survive and thrive when they reach the rigors of high school. Looking at the research, it is essential to address a proactive reality check. Skepticism from veteran faculty is entirely valid. As Patrick highlights, historical data on blended learning at the elementary and secondary levels has often been mixed, and lack of long-term data can make educators wary of new technology mandates. This model is not being treated as a magic bullet. To overcome the pitfalls of past technology initiatives, the core attribute of this blended learning model is shifting the student from a passive consumer to an active creator. Technology will not replace the teacher. Instead, it will be used to differentiate instruction, allowing students to collaborate, build digital artifacts, and take ownership of their learning paths. This model offers distinct benefits across the board. For students, it increases engagement and self-pacing. For teachers, it provides real-time data to form small instructional groups, moving away from the exhaustion of whole group lecturing. For administrators, it maximizes existing technology investments and directly targets the district graduation pipeline. To ensure this change takes root, our strategic plan accounts for ELI's conditions of change. We are looking beyond mere technology compliance and focusing deeply on building authentic commitment for every student, every teacher, and every leader. The shared dissatisfaction stems from that 22% ninth grade failure rate. However, to address teacher pushback, the implementation strategy meets educators where they are regarding their current knowledge and skills. Immediate pedagogical mastery is not expected. Instead, initial training will focus on comfort, platform stability, and low-stakes experimentation. Two of the biggest anxieties for teachers are time and resources. The implementation plan ensures that the necessary digital infrastructure, software licenses, and instructional design templates are readily available. Furthermore, there is a dedicated commitment to protecting teacher time by embedding professional development directly into existing planning periods. Participation in this pilot will be highly encouraged and structurally supported. Incentives will not just be financial. They will include professional growth opportunities, public recognition of innovative practices, and most importantly, the intrinsic reward of seeing increased student agency and fewer failing grades. True commitment cannot be mandated. It must be cultivated. The role of leadership during this transition is to provide clear evidence of support by being actively present on campus, removing administrative roadblocks, and maintaining open lines of communication as the middle school faculty navigates this shift. As the timeline illustrates, this massive instructional shift is not expected to happen overnight. This is a progressive, phased rollout. Phase 1 focuses on teacher onboarding, Phase 2 introduces the student pilot in select middle school courses, and Phase 3 allows for reflection, evaluation, and iteration. A change plan is only as good as its communication strategy. This media plan utilizes structured, concise email updates, a dedicated repository of internal learning management system for shared resources, and progress dashboards to keep all staff members aligned on milestones. Even more critical than digital media is personal, transparent communication. Weekly professional learning community meetings will serve as safe spaces for dialogue. This structural approach allows for real-time feedback, validation of teacher frustrations, and collaborative pivots in support strategies. Challenges will undoubtedly arise, including initial technical friction and pushback regarding student readiness for autonomy. These obstacles will be addressed by providing dedicated, on-the-ground instructional technology support and by teaching middle school students how to navigate digital autonomy through structured scaffolding. When this proposed change is fully implemented, expect to see a profound shift in school campus culture. Middle school classrooms will become dynamic environments where students take charge of their learning, directly resulting in a drastic reduction in the readiness gap when they transition to high school. How will success be determined? Success will not be measured solely through high-stakes test scores. Instead, the true metrics during this pilot phase are rooted in teacher agency and student growth. Success means teachers feel supported and empowered, and middle school students have successfully transitioned from passive consumers to active creators. The research cited here forms the foundational framework for supporting middle school faculty and strengthening the ninth grade pipeline. Thank you for your time, leadership, and partnership throughout this proposal. As an instructional design and change management consultant, my goal is to help Alvin ISD build frameworks that shift campus culture from compliance to true, lasting commitment. I'm readily available for follow-up, strategy sessions, or digital collaboration to bring this dynamic pilot program to life. Please scan the QR code